Parkview Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionists, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Indiana high school basketball fans. SummitCitySports.com bringing this live broadcast from the Carroll Fieldhouse. Don't forget, SportsCenter Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, rental, and boarding, and screen printing. SportsCenter is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. SportsCenter Inc. is located at 5511 Cumberland Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first game of the doubleheader of the opening round here at Carroll High School. The second matchup will be the Carroll Chargers, the home squad, 12-9 on the season. They will be taking on the East Noble Knights, 12-10 on the season under first-year head coach Ryan Eakins. That will be the second game here this evening, 7:30 tip time, tentatively at the Fieldhouse. So we're set here. Starting lineups are going to be brought to you here by the PA announcer at Carroll High School. We'll throw it down for the starting lineups in the national anthem.
And the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Principal Brandon Biddy, Athletic Director Dan Ginder, the faculty, staff, and students welcome you to Carroll High School for the 107th Annual Indiana High School Athletic Association Basketball State Tournament. Let's now meet the two teams that will open up play for our 2017 4A Basketball Sectional. We begin with the non-starters for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Northside Legends. 0, Malik Martin. Number 2, Elijah Long. Number 4, Devontae Kinney. Number 5, Jordan Moore. Number 21, Carlos O'Brien. Number 22, Nathan Carball. And number 23, Kaylin DeRosier. And now the starting lineup, a 6'11" senior, number 1, Jalen Butts. A 5'9" senior, number 3, Elijah Holmes. A 6'2" junior, number 10, Brandon Johnson. A 6'8" sophomore, number 12, Keon Brooks. And a 6'2" senior, number 13, Juan Quarles. The Legends are coached by Mr. Shabazz Khalid. And now the non-starters for the home team on the scoreboard, the DeKalb Barons. Number 4, Jared Reedamu. Number 12, Jonathan Bell. Number 22, Colton Ruby. Number 30, Kyle Dunham. Number 34, Jonah Webb. Number 40, Marshall Beard. And number 44, Jay Krebs. And now the starting lineup, a 6'1" senior, number 3, Zach Frame. A 6'1" sophomore, number 10, Dalton Smith. A 6'3" junior, number 14, Logan Cruz. A 6'2" junior, number 20, Boone Bacon. And a 6'3" junior, number 32, Isaac Brown. The Barons are coached by Mr. Rod Cohn.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineups in the book, SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Silence here for the national anthem. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Seconds away. Excitement here in the field house. SummitCitySports.com is live. Chris Cochran on the camera. Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. We'll be with you here for the whole sectional all week long. It's going to be a good one. No doubt about it. Starting for Northside, Jalen Butts, number 1, number 12, Keon Brooks Jr., number 10, Brandon Johnson, number 13, Juan Quarles, and number 3, Elijah Holmes for the DeKalb Barons. They're giving up the tip here in the offensive possession as they know they have no shot. That gaining is number 3, Zach Frayne. As we are set here with Northside with the possession. They are in the all black, DeKalb in the all white. This is Indiana High School boys basketball. We do play 4 8-minute quarters here in the state. No shot clock, of course. Three zip on the Brandon Johnson triple to start the contest for Northside. And having a little issues with the scoring here through our system. Apologize for that. Hopefully get that fixed here. 7-12, DeKalb misses their first ball. Rebounded, though, by Frayne. Man-to-man defense for Northside. Under 7 minutes. 3-zip your score. There they go, trying to feel out the opening of the defense, but look at the length of Keon Brooks Jr., and here's a steal. Watch for showtime, little lay-in for Brandon Johnson. He has all 5 points for the Northside Legends. .6:23 on the clock, 5-zip your score. There's Bacon. Out of Cruz. Looking for that curl on Frayne, and a 5-second call, closely guarded. Turnover on DeKalb. We'll go back to Northside. Not the way you want to start if you're head coach Rod Cohn. Huge underdogs here, obviously against the runner-up in the Summit Athletic Conference, but they are 21-2 overall, number 1 in the state. 6 minutes left in the first. Here's Johnson, pull it from that left elbow, no good. Good board, 1 and done that time. Boom Bacon with the board. Rebound Johnson, danger time. Here come the legends. Holmes, Quarles. Johnson baseline, cut off, tried to lob it to Butts, thrown away. Picked up Smith, 5:25 on the clock. Smith needs to watch the trailer and Brooks, nice dish. Pump fake, nothing there because Brooks is there. Back up to the wing to Smith, up top now, Bacon. They swing it near side to Brown. .505 on the clock. 5-zip your score, make it 5-3. The first score from DeKalb is a triple from Logan Cruz. That's a 3-ball, 5-3 your score, 4:50 on the clock. Holmes, that's a 2, foot on the line, back rim no good. Rebound DeKalb. Here comes Cruz, wanted a pull-up game. Instead goes to that far wing to Brown, who drops in the triple. Back-to-back threes for the Barons. They take the lead for the first time of this quarter. 4.5 left, 6-5 your score. Johnson does catch that wild pass. Floater swatted, but Holmes, the hustle, regains back possession. Now to Brooks, and a travel. As a travel called, or would have been an offensive foul. Foul is on. Well, they are going to call a foul on Frayne before the travel. It would be called either way. A lot of contact. So 4:15 on the clock. 6-5 your score. DeKalb on top. 5 points from Brandon Johnson and a pair of threes here for DeKalb. One from Cruz and one from Brown. That's where we set with 4 minutes. They're going to lag off Holmes and sit in the lap of Butts all night long. Smart defensive plays. And for the first time is Krebs, number 44. He can shoot the triple for DeKalb. Kinney can't get that to go.
DeKalb foul, 44, Jake Krebs.
Krebs with the foul. So Devontae Kinney just checked in. Here's Quarles on the baseline from the feed from Brooks. Goes Glass, can't get it to go. There's Butts. Put back and one, Jalen Butts. He's the next level rebounder, averages 13 a game. It's his first there. And puts it back up and in, and will head to the line for that three-point opportunity.
DeKalb foul, number 3, Zach Frank.
Jalen Butts. Just a 49% free throw shooter and missed everything there. So that will go right back to DeKalb. It's no kid ever likes to airball a free throw, no doubt about it. Here's Krebs, full court pressure here from north side. And another 5-second closely guarded call against DeKalb. North side in the pressure defense. 7-6, 3:29 remaining in this first quarter. Juan Quarles, that's his shot from the wing. Knocks down the three. Juan Quarles gets his first points. Averages just under 11 a game. 10-6 your score, 3:10 remaining in the first. Down low, but there's Butts and one. Nice play and finish from Brown. He'll head to the line for that three-point opportunity and a chance to pull his Barons within one. Nothing but net for Brown. Brown has 6 of the 9 Barons points here early, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Johnson, Butts, Brooks Jr., Quarles, and Kinney, your 5 for the Legends. Baseline, Kinney, Johnson, dribble drive, hangs, can't hit. Who's the board coming down to? Loose. 3 Barons players on the floor and 1 Legends, and we have a jump ball. It will go to DeKalb, 2:45 remaining in the first, 10-9 your score. Full court pressure from head coach Shabazz Khalik and his Legends as they'll hand to Brown and let him bring up on Quarles. And we're going to have a blocking foul on Juan Quarles in the backcourt.
Foul, number 13, Juan Quarles.
That is his first. And team second. 2:35 on the clock. 10-9 your score. So 2:31 will go right back to Northside. So opportunity squandered from DeKalb. 2:25 on the clock. Down 1. Game plan has been strong because everybody taking the shots has been their off players besides Butts and his rebounding. Another rebound and putback on the offensive end for Jalen Butts. Now has 4 points, 2 boards. Man-to-man defense, again, by Northside. They will stay in it predominantly. Had a tough loss against South Bend Riley this past week on some controversy. the end of the game where Northside was given a technical foul for sending Keon Brooks to the line instead of, I believe it was Devontae Kinney who was fouled, and the referees assessed the technical, and that was the downfall for Northside as they picked up their second loss of the season. Now 1:25 on the clock, 12-9 your score. DeKalb in no rush. .115 on the clock. Been about a 35, 45 second possession so far, and blocked out of bounds from Kinney. A lot of contact, no call. So we'll inbound on the baseline, 1:10 left in the first quarter. 12-9 your score, Northside on top. Pulls within one, does DeKalb on the bucket from Jay Krebs. Brooks, right elbow jumper, 15 is nothing but net. First real shot for Keon Brooks as well. 14-11 now your score. 40 seconds on the clock. I'm sure DeKalb wants to hold for the last shot. .20 seconds, three ball, no good. Good pressure by Butts to come out, rebound. Quarles, 14 seconds. Quarles behind the back, leaves to Kinney. Kinney, wanted the lob to Brooks, and got it. Keon Brooks Jr. knew exactly what to do with it at the top of the square for the jam. And that's the end of the first quarter. 16-11 is your score with some high-flying action to end it. 16-11 at the end of one. Northside, number one in the state, up over the DeKalb Barons here at the Carroll Fieldhouse. You're watching Indiana boys high school basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 1 8-minute quarter in the books here in this opening round of this Carroll sectional. The host squad will be up this evening in the second matchup, brought to you live by SummitCitySports.com, where they will be taking on the East Noble Knights. 12-10 are the East Noble Knights, led by head coach Ryan Eakins in his first year, taking on the host squad, the Carroll Chargers, 12-9 on the season, led by head coach Marty Beasley. So 16-11 your score. Northside on top. We start the second quarter. Can't get it to go on the first possession. Rebound by DeKalb. It's going to be key for them to keep the offensive rebounds or keep the offensive help off the glass, as Butts has already had 2 offensive boards and putbacks. Wide open triple. Can't get it to go from Cruz. Rebound Butts. Just off the fingertips of Kinney, through just a bit behind. 7:26 left in the second. 16-11 is your score. .7:10 on the clock. There's Frayne. Average 6.5 points a game, being held scoreless here through the first quarter. Look for the back cut. Wasn't there. Kinney was all over it. One of the best defenders in the Summit Athletic Conference, if not the state of Indiana. Patience from DeKalb. No rush in their game at all, as they continue to look for the best shot possible in each possession which is so key against this Northside Legends club. 6.5 minutes remaining, 16-11. Here's your score. You're stagnant too much. Don't get the ball stolen, though, as Kinney almost did there. You cannot keep it if you're going to play this hold ball against Northside. You need to move the ball with consistency because their deflections, if you put the ball in front, they are all over you time and time again. With the length of Brooks and the tenacity of Kinney. Again, thanks for joining us here from our broadcast live from the Carroll Fieldhouse. Having a bit of delay issues. Looks like the feed is good, but the score is just delayed a bit. So bear with us here. Hopefully we get that figured out here throughout tonight. 5:45 on the clock. 16-11 is your score. Northside on top. This was the end of the quarter score as the DeKalb's working on about a 60-second possession here against Northside. Led to an open three, though, from Brown. He hits his second. Now has 9 points. That's a game high. 5:20 on the clock. 6:14 up and under. Reverse from Kinney. That was beautiful. Devontae Kinney answers with a bucket of his own. 18-11. Excuse me, 18-13. 5:05 remaining in the half. Timeout on the floor, 5:03 on the clock, 18-14 is your score. Been a slowly played possession-to-possession type game here throughout this first half. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Follow us or like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. 18-14 the score. Bit of a surprise here with 5:03 left in the half, and DeKalb staying in it against this #1 club in 4A. .503. DeKalb inbound out of the timeout. Look for that back cut, wasn't there. Johnson all over it. Smith on the wing. Baseline, good dribble drive, got past Johnson. Wanted to travel, did the Northside fans. Led to another three ball.
32.
Pulls within one. Isaac Brown, his third triple of the game, averages 10.5 points and is knocking them down with consistency. Just down one are the Barons. Kinney, rise up, floater, teardrop, money. Kinney with his second bucket of the quarter, 2017 your score. 4:15 on the clock. Picked up, nearly another 5-second call, led to a home steal and finish. Elijah Holmes with the thievery and the bucket. Back to a 5-point advantage for the Legends. Kinney hounding the basketball there with Cruz. Now leaves it to Smith. Brown thought about another one. With a back in, Brooks leaves it to Smith. Smith found an opening. Butts was there, but he left. And that led to the opening. Jalen Butts just needed to stay strong there in the paint and show his height. But the bucket as he left came from Smith, his first. Back to a 3-point advantage for Northside. 3:15 remaining in the half. Brooks wants to rise up from 16. Back rim no good. Good box out by Johnson and company. They retain possession. Butts goes back out to Johnson. Wants a screen from Brooks. Holmes, that's a 2. 19-foot jumper, no good. Rebound, Barons. Defensive game plan has been sound for head coach Rod Cohn. Been laying off the guards, except for Quarles, as you may need to get him back in the context if you're head coach Shabazz Khalik, which I do see Quarles over there at that timetable. 2:35 remaining in the half, 3-point game. 3 ball, Brown. Can't get that one to go. That would have been his fourth. Johnson with a nice board. Has Kinney on his left, goes to him. Kinney look for that lob. Closed down by DeKalb. Here's Holmes. No back way off Holmes. Now Butts, back to Holmes. There's Kinney in the corner. They're basically boxing one on Keon Brooks Jr. As he's getting frustrated down there on that far side. Hasn't had a lot of touches. Under 2 minutes left in the half. 3-point game. Here's Kinney from the wing. They're going to leave him wide open. He'll rise up and can't get it to go. Rebound in, put back by Brooks Jr. If he can't get the ball, he'll just find it on the offensive glass. 24-19, back to a 5-point edge. Minute and a half remaining in the half. Pull up, blocked. Brooks Jr. and saves it. Outstanding play by the sophomore. Minute 25, they're on the break. Kinney, up and under, got it to go. Devontae Kinney, biggest lead for the Legends. 26-19. Kinney now with 6 points of his own. Just averages 9 a game, just 3 under that now. As that all comes from within the arc. And a turnover, 106, danger time for DeKalb here in the closing minute of this second quarter. Down 7, this can balloon to 11-12 real quick. Brooks Jr., they're just gonna come out and have him take the pill, start the offense. Now goes to Kinney, near side, they're just closing down time, 55 seconds, Brooks Jr. He knows he can rise up over anything. Johnson, he'll rise up from 18 and knock down. Brandon Johnson stepping up with the jump shot here tonight. 9-point lead for the Legends. 38 seconds remaining. Smith being hounded by Kinney, about stolen. Good back cut, that time was found. Left him wide open, Brown, good ball movement, Krebs. Outstanding defensive rotation from the Legends. Look at Brooks move the feet on that defensive stance. Good dribble drive, Smith. Nice move.
Number 10,
Smith with a beautiful move. 6 seconds on the clock. Down 7, 3 ball. Johnson can't get that one to go. Kinney put back. Butts got it to go right before the buzzer. Butts gets his 6-point and 4th rebound to make it a 9-point game here in the opening round of the 4A sectional here in the state of Indiana. We're going to take a short break here and join you as we get closer to the second half. You're watching Indiana High School boys basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, Indiana High School basketball fans. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from the Fieldhouse campus of Carroll High School. Big shout out to Athletic Director Dan Ginder and staff. Always a top-notch outfit put on here and host job that they do at Carroll, whether you're outside or inside. What an outstanding campus and school here, and athletic department ran by Dan Ginder. So the halftime score, 30-21. The Northside Legends #1 in the state of Indiana, on top by 9 over these DeKalb Barons. DeKalb had some three-point excellence, which extremely helped them in the ball game. And I'm talking about number 32, Isaac Brown, the 6'3" junior, dropped 3 triples along with an and one to give him 12 points. That is the leader at the half, at the break in the game for Northside. They are up 9 with some balanced scoring. DeKalb has really kept the defense back in the laps of the post players, and that has led to wide open shots from Johnson, Quarles, Kinney, and Holmes and company, which has definitely lessened the percentage here tonight. But 22 seconds away, the leader from the tip here of the second half, the leaders, Devontae Kinney with 6, Butts with 6, Holmes had 2, Johnson with 7, Brooks Jr. with 6, and Quarles with 3. The other scores besides Brown for DeKalb was Cruz with 3 and Smith with a bucket. Also, Isaac Krebs had a bucket. Jay Krebs had a bucket as well. So we are set for the second half action live from Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are set. Man-to-man defense by the Northside Legends in the all-black with the red trim. Wide open 3. That's what DeKalb needed. Frayne comes out and hits the first bucket for DeKalb in the second half, and that's from deep. Can't be answered. Nice rebound. Keeping it one and done, so crucial. It's off the top of my head. I could think of 4 putbacks on the offensive side of things. 30-24. DeKalb with another chance to cut into this deficit. 7:15 on the clock. Nowhere to go there against the big fella. They'll pull it back out and reset. Coach Cohn wants some motion. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Crossover, another 5-second call. That is the third closely guarded call that I've seen tonight. You maybe only see one a game. Northside has forced 3 of them this evening. And now with the chance, as DeKalb had to cut it within a 1-possession game, now it's at 6 points and could balloon to 9 on a 3-ball. You see the defensive game plan. Johnson attacks and hits.
Number 10.
Brandon Johnson didn't wait around. Saw the crease. They're leaving off, so he'll take it right to the bucket. Hangs and hits. 8-point advantage for Northside. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third. Smith, drop step, off glass, got it to go. Tough shot, but did get it for number 10, Dalton Smith, the sophomore. Good things to come here for DeKalb in years to come. Just 2 players on their varsity roster, and Jay Krebs really the only one that gets playing time, as that's out of bounds. We'll go back to DeKalb, so here's another chance to cut it to a 1-possession game or into 4 points with a bucket. 6:03 on the clock. Bacon. Smith, good cut. Brown pops it out. Cruz looking for space. Tried to create his own, knocked away. 3-ball, got it. Zach Frayne, the senior, their third senior. Zach Frayne hits the triple, and it is a 1-possession game. 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Johnson near side. Quarles. Johnson, he'll find that crease again, and the lax defense that it's just set up to have right now. The way they're guarding Brooks is giving Johnson all kinds of space to attack the rim. Johnson now with 11. He leads his club in that category. Point lead back up to 5. 5 minutes remaining. Frayne guarded by Johnson. Wanted Brown on this near side, Brooks Jr., and then we have a timeout on the floor called by head coach Rod Cohn with 4:53 remaining in this third quarter. You're watching Indiana Boys High School basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, get up-to-the-minute information from state championship events by following the IHSAA on Twitter at @IHSAA and the number 1. That's
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more, we've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. So 5-point game. Nearly swatted by Brooks Jr., but Cruz just had enough. Logan Cruz to get it high off the glass for the bucket. 3-point game, 4:25 remaining in the third. Kinney, Brooks Jr. with Quarles, Butts, skip past Johnson. Kinney, Quarles wanted that on the curl, lost the handle. Now wants a screen from Brooks Jr. Now he'll pop up. Near side Johnson, baseline Kinney. Yeah, that should be a travel. It is baseline. Just shuffled the feet before he let go of the ball. So 4:11 left in this third, 34-31. Four minutes remaining in the quarter. As Butts on Krebs. Krebs right by him. Need to attack here. Does. Dish to Brown. Can't get that one to go. That would have been his fourth. Got his own rebound, though. Smith can't get it. Rebound, Brooks Jr. And takes the hit, does Johnson. Nice attack to the rim. 3:49. He is fouled. Been a very clean and well officiated game here this evening in this first game of the doubleheader at this Carroll sectional. We'll be live here, both contests here tonight. And then Northrop waiting in the wings for the winner of this matchup for our first game Friday. As Johnson hits on that attempt. Hits them both, 36-31. Spins out of trouble, does Cruz. Krebs. That's dangerous in there on Butts and Brooks. Good kick out to Brown. Brown pump fake, dish. Good drive and kick. Just couldn't get it to go from Smith. Rebound, the legend. Here's Brooks Jr. Good pass. Kinney rise up from 17. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Barons are out on the break. Hangs. Good block by Quarles. Kinney hangs with the left hand. That's a tough looking lay in there from Devontae Kinney, the senior. 8 points now, just one shy of his season average. 7-point game, 2:50 on the clock. Frayne, he'll pull it back out. Now to Brown, guarded by Johnson. Smith being guarded by Kinney. Kinney knocks it away, still loose, picked up by Quarles. Look for some showtime. Keon Brooks Jr. with the flush on the steal. All started with Devontae Kinney and his straight thievery. 9-point lead back for the Legends. 2:15 on the clock. Krebs. Yeah, that's a travel. One too many there. Spin move at first was good, then took that one extra pivot. So turnover on DeKalb. Danger time here. Down 9, 2:10 left in the third. Brooks Jr., Quarles, Kinney, Butts, and there's Johnson. Brooks Jr. up top. Found the opening, just lost the handle though. Somehow got it to Kinney. Johnson looking for space. Just rises up and hits it with the strength. Finishing through contact. Brandon Johnson having an outstanding game, and he's been called upon. Now has 15 points. (42-31), 1:25 left, and a blocking foul on Quarles. Second foul on Quarles. This is the first on the team, just 2 team fouls, 1 team foul apiece here. As I've mentioned, it's been such a clean, officiated game and well played by these student athletes. Brown, that's the trouble with Brooks Jr. You think you have an opening, and there he comes with that length. Good step back. Got it, rattled it home, did Cruz. That was a tremendous step back 3 for Logan Cruz, the junior. 42-34, 55 seconds. Baseline hangs, and there's a foul on Brown. The Cal fans wanted the block, not going to get it. That will send Devontae Kinney to the line, where he does shoot at 60% on the season. And hits. Kinney now with his season average of 9 and a 9-point lead for his Legends. Here's Kinney. Hits them both. 10 points now for Devontae. 44-34, 54.5 seconds remaining. Double team came, knocked away, picked up by Holmes. Kinney. And it should be a blocking foul. Good take by Kinney. Won the lob to Brooks, but they've been closing that all night long on the transition, trying to keep the crowd out of it. This time it will lead to a Kinney pair of free throws. 2-2 on the contest. Misses on the first. .32 seconds, 45, 34. Back to an 11-point lead for the Legends. 25 seconds on the clock. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Kinney comes out on frame. This is where Kinney is dangerous. 10 seconds. 6 seconds. 4 seconds for DeKalb. And lost the handle out of bounds. 0.6 seconds. We'll go to north side. So a wasted possession to end the third quarter for the DeKalb Barons, and they will go into the fourth quarter down 11 to this #1 team in the state of Indiana. You're watching Indiana High School boys basketball right here from SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live from the Carroll Fieldhouse. Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Having some connection issues here tonight. We'll definitely get them ironed out as we get through this sectional and postseason run on the boys' side of things, as we have 8 minutes left here in the opening round of this Carroll sectional. 45-34, North on top with possession. Down low, Quarles, he is hammered, and we'll head to the line. He'll get 2 shots.
Foul number 32, Isaac Brown.
Quarles hits. Juan Quarles has been held in check here tonight. It's 4 points now. Yeah, make it 5. 13-point lead for the Legends, 7:45 remaining. Far side, Frayne. Brown wanted it. 7:25 on the clock. 47-34, Northside in control here. 7 minutes remaining in the game. It's been a good game plan for head coach Rod Cohn here tonight, but the other Legends have stepped up as they put all the emphasis on the defensive end on Butts and Brooks Jr., as they were not going to let them beat them. They have not, but the other players have, and I'm talking about Kinney and Johnson, both having a heck of a game. As Kinney has 11. And guarding there. Knocked it away. Looked like all ball, but a foul called. 6:53 on the clock, 47-34. So that will send Logan Cruz to the line. He'll shoot a pair, as they called that a shooting foul. Can't hit the first. Cruz. Front rim, no good. Swiped away by Quarles, near side Kinney. Kinney kicks it, Quarles. Wide open 3-ball, got it. Juan Quarles, his second of the contest. Now with 8 points, biggest lead for Northside, 16, 6.5 minutes remaining. Good crossover, but there is Butts and a reach-in foul on Quarles. 2 shots coming for DeKalb, and number 10, Dalton Smith, the sophomore. Converts. 3 points now for Smith. And connects on them both. 14-point lead for Northside. 4 points there for Smith now. Quarles. Here's Kinney. Brown's going to lay off him. The lob. Brooks just lost the handle. As you hear the crowd, look at Kinney and the hustle. Kinney never even had possession. It gave a timeout to head coach Shabazz Khalik. That's a tough call for DeKalb. Never had possession, but a timeout given. 6:11 left here in this game. Northside up 50-36. Well, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. 6:11 on the clock, 50-36. DeKalb would need a bunch of points in a hurry, and that's not been their MO here tonight. Played a lot of hold ball here against Northside. Has not panned out in the long run. So Kinney, Johnson, Quarles, Butts, and Brooks, your 5 for Northside. Brown, Krebs, Smith, Frayne, and Cruz, your 5 for DeKalb. Under 6 minutes left in the game. Winner of this game will move on to play Northrop in the first game Friday. Quarles misses that jumper. And Johnson, not sure what the call was. I think this near side official called it going over the backboard, and the baseline official standing right underneath the backboard didn't call it. we'll just go ahead and move on. 50-36, 5.5 remaining. Good back cut. Quarles, just enough recovery. Brown from deep. Look at that. Once he did not have Brooks Jr.'s length on him, Brown could finally rise up, and he hits a three, his 4-3 of the game. Timeout called by head coach Rod Cohn, down 11 with 5:29 remaining in this contest. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Chris Cochran on the camera, Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. You can follow me on Twitter at Tim Atkinson22. That's at Tim Atkinson22. And also Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, education you need to advance your sports game. Have questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. So 5:28 left here in this opening round of the sectionals. Played here at Carroll High School, put on by outstanding athletic director Dan Ginder. Northside will inbound to Kinney. Quarles, wide open, Brooks. No good. Knocked away by Kinney, comes down. Rise up from Cruz. Knew that was no good right away. Rebound put back by Smith. Now with 6 points, and it's a 9-point game, kids. 4:55 left. Remember, we will be live for the next matchup, 7:30 p.m. right here at the Fieldhouse. The host squad, the Carroll Chargers, 12-9 overall, taking on the East Noble Knights, who are 12-10. That will be the second game of our doubleheader live here at Carroll. So it looks like Northside's going to hold the ball here. 4:25 on the clock. DeKalb's not going to come out and guard them, but this is the end of their season if they don't. 9 points. 4:15 left. And we have a holding foul on DeKalb. Let's see who they hit it on. I believe they're going to get that on Zach Frayne, the senior. And that is his second personal, the team's fifth. Check it, that's Frayne's third. Good lob to Butts. And one to go right back to Johnson, but Johnson came in bounds yet. As the crowd gets a giggle at that one. 4:10 on the clock. So the biggest thing, though, it's a 9-point game. And DeKalb can cut it to a 2-possession game with a triple. There it is right there. Got it. 6-point game. There she is. 50-44. Head Coach Cohn wants a timeout on the make to pull within 6. And it's a 2-possession game. SummitCitySports.com is live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have an outstanding finish from what it seems. 3:58 on the clock. 50-44 is your score. Northside is up as many as 14, 15 points here in the second half, and DeKalb has battled right back. Down 6 with 4 minutes still to play with. 4 team fouls on Northside, 5 on the Barons from DeKalb. Of course, they're out of Auburn, Indiana, just about 20 miles north of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the home of SummitCitySports.com and, of course, the Summit Athletic Conference. So 3:55, 6-point game. Northside with possession. And no reason to rush here. With the ball in the lead, DeKalb's going to have to come out of their zone if they're going to want to force Northside into some action, as there is no shot clock in the state of Indiana, to the detriment of the high school game, no doubt about it. Really do not know how anyone can watch something like this and think it's good for high school sports, high school basketball here in the state. So here comes DeKalb, and that's too late. You can't come out erratic, but they got a break. No foul called. Head coach Kalik wanted it. Here's Cruz. Knocked away, steal. Kinney lost the handle, flicked it, and Butts was there. Good trail. 2:45 on the clock. Quarles, Kinney, along with Johnson, Brooks, and Butts. Quarles in the lane, up, and an offensive foul called by the same near side official, as the baseline official looks like he has the angle, but called an offensive foul on Juan Quarles. That is his 4th personal, and we'll go out of bounds to DeKalb. So DeKalb with the chance to cut it to a 1-possession game with 2.5 left. Brown, 3. Can't get it to go off glass. Good rebound, Smith. Smith, you need to put it back out. Goes glass, can't get it go. Rebound by Brooks Jr. 2:15 on the clock, and a reaching foul on Cruz. That'll be the 16th foul on DeKalb. So we'll be one away from the 1-and-1.
DeKalb foul number 14, Logan Cruz.
2:12 on the clock. DeKalb down by 6. Loser goes home. Winner moves to play Northrop in the 6 p.m. game. Butts lost the handle, and then a reach-in foul. So that will be the 17th foul on DeKalb. That will send Jalen Butts for the 1-and-1, but he did airball. Let's not forget that last free throw attempt, and is only a free throw attempt of the game in that first quarter. Got it. Butts' first points of the second half, now has 7. .204 on the clock, 7-point lead. Make it 8. The senior steps up to the charity stripe and knocks them both down. Eight-point game. Krebs nearly knocked away by Butts. Krebs looking for space, and then a blocking foul call. The Northside fans irate about that call. That foul is on Kinney. That is his 3rd, team 6th. Will inbound baseline. 8-point game for Northside, 1:52 on the clock. In with the trees there. Krebs steps out. He likes that 3 ball, but Butts knows it. 1:40 on the clock. Cruz. Brown. Brown's had 4 triples here tonight. It's been a huge part in this game for DeKalb. There's Brown. I like that they put Brooks back on him. Krebs. Cruz from the parking lot. Got it. Logan Cruz with a triple. 1:12 left. 5-point game, 52-47. 1:05 remaining in the game. And an offensive foul on the pass. DeKalb fans with a little bit of momentum. And that is Kinney's 4th personal foul. Five-point game. DeKalb with the chance here. You can ask for anything more if you're head coach Rod Cohn. You may want a timeout here with the trap. And there's the timeout called from the bench, and head coach Rod Cohn gets the timeout before the steal. Immediately, as soon as he picked up that dribble, you knew you were in some danger if you're a DeKalb Baron fan. So, ladies and gentlemen, take a breath. What a furious comeback here for DeKalb. Don't forget our second game here tonight, live from the Fieldhouse, put on by Athletic Director Dan Ginder, will be the host squad, the Carroll Chargers. 12-9 on the season. They will be playing host to the East Noble Knights, who are 12-10 on the season, finished just 2-5 in the Northeast 8 Conference. 56.3 on the clock. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we will be live Friday night as well for both games, and we'll follow that up with the final Friday evening, 7:30 p.m. right here from the Fieldhouse. Myself, Tim Atkinson, will be calling your play-by-play. So we're set on the timeout. Krebs looking to inbound, 56.3 seconds left. 5-point game, DeKalb with possession. Here's Cruz, guarded by Johnson. Krebs. Brown. Frame. 35 seconds. DeKalb needs something here. Down 5. Hangs. Glass. Got it. 3-point game. 1 possession. 26 seconds left and a foul. 18 foul on DeKalb. So we'll be shooting a 1-and-1, and that's the right person to foul. Devontae Kinney, number 4. .6 seconds left. Kinney trying to make a 2-possession game. Hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Big foul shot for Kinney. As he now has 12 points. And make it 13 for the senior point guard. And a 2-possession game, more importantly, 54-49, 5-point edge, 19 seconds. 16 seconds, DeKalb needs something quick, but that has not been their specialty. As a loose ball on the floor, who's gonna come up with it? It does to Jalen Butt, 7 seconds, and that should do it. Brooks Jr. finds Kinney, who lays it in to get his 15th point of the game, and that is the final. So a scare here in the opening round of this Carroll sectional. Woo! The north side, they could breathe a little easier knowing they took a couple hooks from this DeKalb Baron club and get out with the dub with 15 points from Devontae Kinney and 15 points from Brandon Johnson. They would have definitely went down here tonight without the outstanding play by those two seniors, not usually counted on to carry the bulk of the scoring, but tonight they did it, and they will move on to play Northrop in the semifinal game, the first of our doubleheader, live from SummitCitySports.com. That will be 6 p.m. right from the Fieldhouse this Friday evening. Well, for Chris Cochran, we're going to sign off. I'm Tim Atkinson. We'll sign off, and we'll join you, pick you back up here for the second game of our doubleheader between the Carroll Chargers and the East Noble Knights. Till then, good night.